In a world where lottery jackpots can transform lives overnight, some winners choose a path less traveled. Imagine winning millions and still living the life of an average Joe. Let's know the lottery winners who struck gold but kept their feet firmly on the ground. In 2005, Brad Duke, a gym owner from Idaho, hit the jackpot, winning a staggering $220 million in the Powerball lottery. However, unlike many lottery winners who splurge on extravagant lifestyles, Duke's story is a lesson in financial prudence and modest living. After winning, Duke, who was in his mid-30s at the time, didn't rush to the nearest luxury car dealership or real estate office. Instead, he took a calculated approach to manage his newfound wealth. He assembled a team of financial advisors to help him invest wisely. His strategy was not to spend lavishly, but to grow his fortune. He invested in bonds, stocks, and real estate, aiming to turn his $220 million into $1 billion. Remarkably, Duke set up a family foundation, focusing on charitable contributions and community support. This move not only ensured a lasting positive impact on society, but also demonstrated his commitment to giving back, a value often overshadowed in stories of lottery winners. Despite his immense wealth, the Duke's lifestyle remained astonishingly grounded. He continued to work at his gym, maintaining a regular routine. His living arrangements were modest. He didn't move into a mansion but chose to stay in a house that reflected his pre-lottery life. This decision to live within a familiar environment speaks volumes about his values and his understanding of happiness not being tied to material possessions. Duke's commitment to fitness also didn't waver. He kept up with his fitness regimen, a testament to his belief in the importance of health over wealth. This aspect of his life remained a constant, further illustrating his dedication to personal well-being over materialistic displays of wealth. It's a tale of a man who used his windfall to secure his future, support his community, and stay true to his roots. In 2011, Jim and Carolyn McCullough, a couple from Washington State, found themselves in the spotlight after winning a massive $190 million Mega Millions jackpot. Their story, however, is not one of extravagant spending or dramatic lifestyle changes. Instead, it's a heartwarming tale of generosity, family values, and staying true to one's roots. Upon winning, the McCulloughs' first instinct wasn't to indulge in luxury. They chose a path of philanthropy and familial support. A significant portion of their winnings went to charitable causes, reflecting their belief in giving back to the community. This act of generosity set them apart from many lottery winners, showcasing their altruistic nature. Helping their family was another priority for the McCulloughs. They used their windfall to ensure the financial security of their children and grandchildren. This decision not only provided stability for their family, but also demonstrated their commitment to family values and the importance they placed on their loved ones' well-being. Despite their newfound wealth, the McCulloughs opted to stay in their hometown. They continued living a low-key life, far removed from the glitz and glamour often associated with lottery winners. This choice to remain in familiar surroundings among friends and community members they had known for years speaks volumes about their character and priorities. Their lifestyle post-win remained modest and grounded. The McCulloughs didn't rush to change their way of living. They didn't splurge on flashy cars or a lavish mansion. Instead, they maintained a lifestyle that was comfortable and true to who they were before their win. This decision reflects a deep understanding that happiness and contentment don't necessarily come from material possessions. Jim and Carolyn McCullough's approach to handling their lottery win serves as an inspiring example of how sudden wealth can be managed responsibly and used to make a positive impact on the lives of others and the community at large. In 2009, Neil Wanless, a young rancher from the small town of Mission, South Dakota, saw his life transform overnight when he won a staggering $88.5 million Powerball jackpot. However, his story is not one of reckless spending or dramatic lifestyle changes. Instead, it's a tale of humility, hard work, and sticking to one's roots. Living in a 100-year-old family home and struggling to make ends meet, Neil's life before the win was marked by financial hardship. The ranch he worked on, passed down through generations, was burdened with debts. The lottery win could have been a ticket to a life of luxury, but Neil chose a different path. First and foremost, Neil used his winnings to pay off the debts that had long plagued his family's ranch. This decision not only relieved his family of financial burdens, but also honored the legacy of his ancestors who had worked the land before him. It was a practical and heartfelt use of the funds, reflecting Neil's deep connection to his family and heritage. Instead of abandoning his rural life for a more glamorous one, Neil continued to work on his ranch. He invested in improving and expanding the ranch, demonstrating his commitment to his livelihood and the rural community he was a part of. This investment not only benefited his own business, but also contributed to the local economy, showcasing his sense of responsibility towards his community. Neil's lifestyle post-win remained remarkably unchanged. He continued to live a rural life, deeply connected to the land and his work as a rancher. This choice to maintain his way of living despite the windfall speaks to his character and values. It shows a man who finds fulfillment not in material wealth, but in the simplicity and authenticity of rural life. In 2012, Louise White, an 81-year-old woman from Rhode Island, became an overnight sensation when she won a massive $210 million Powerball jackpot. However, unlike many lottery winners who splurge on extravagant lifestyles, Louise chose a path of humility and foresight, setting an example of how to handle sudden wealth with grace and wisdom. Louise's journey to fortune began with a simple trip to the grocery store, where she purchased the winning ticket. The win was monumental, but Louise's reaction was grounded in prudence. She created the Rainbow Sherbet Trust, named after the ice cream she bought alongside the lottery ticket. This trust wasn't a tool for lavish spending, but a means to secure her family's future, demonstrating her thoughtful and family-oriented approach to wealth. Despite her newfound riches, Louise maintained a remarkably humble lifestyle. She continued living in her longtime home, eschewing the allure of luxury properties that many lottery winners gravitate towards. This decision to stay in her familiar surroundings reflects a contentment and satisfaction with her life before the win, a rare quality in today's materialistic world. Louise's avoidance of the spotlight is another aspect of her character that sets her apart. Where many lottery winners might seek fame or public attention, she preferred to stay out of the public eye, valuing her privacy and the tranquility of her regular life. This discretion not only protected her from the pitfalls that often accompany sudden fame, but also allowed her to enjoy her fortune in peace. Her spending habits post-win were equally modest. Louise didn't indulge in flashy cars or exotic vacations. Instead, she focused on the well-being of her family, ensuring that her windfall would benefit her loved ones for generations to come. This forward-thinking approach to her finances highlights her wisdom and the importance she placed on family and future security over immediate gratification. Peter Lavery's story is a remarkable example of how a lottery win can be the start of a prudent and industrious journey, rather than an end to financial worries. Winning a staggering £10.2 million in the UK National Lottery in 1996, Peter, a former bus driver from Belfast, Northern Ireland, transformed his life not through extravagant spending, but through wise investments and a down-to-earth lifestyle. The windfall didn't change Peter's fundamental values or lifestyle. Instead of splurging on luxuries, he focused on creating a sustainable future. He invested in property, a sector known for its potential for long-term growth and stability. His investments were not just financially savvy, but also showed a keen understanding of the market, ensuring his wealth would grow and benefit him in the years to come. One of Peter's most notable investments was in a whiskey distillery. This venture was more than just a business opportunity. It was a passion project. Whiskey production, deeply rooted in Irish culture and history, was a field that Peter was genuinely interested in. This investment reflects his desire to contribute to and preserve a part of his heritage, showcasing a blend of entrepreneurial spirit and cultural pride. Despite his millionaire status, Peter's lifestyle remained remarkably modest. He didn't move into a sprawling mansion or flaunt his wealth with high-end cars. Instead, he chose to live a life that many would consider average, focusing on his business ventures and enjoying a comfortable but not ostentatious lifestyle. This decision to live within reasonable means, despite the ability to afford much more, is a testament to his grounded personality and prudent approach to wealth. Brian and Joan Caswell's story is a heartwarming tale of modesty and generosity in the face of immense fortune. In 2009, this unassuming couple from Bolton, UK, hit the jackpot, winning a life-changing £24.9 million in the Euro Millions lottery. Their response to this windfall, however, was far from the extravagant splurges often associated with lottery winners. Upon receiving their fortune, the Caswells made a decision that would set them apart from many other lottery winners. They chose to stay grounded in their community and values. Their first major purchase was a new house, but significantly, they didn't opt for a sprawling mansion. Instead, they bought a comfortable home in their locality, staying close to their roots and the community they cherished. Their spending didn't just stop at fulfilling their needs. Brian and Joan extended their generosity to their family and friends, helping them in various ways. This wasn't about showing off their newfound wealth, it was a genuine desire to share their good fortune with their loved ones. Their actions reflect a deep sense of community and family value, prioritizing relationships over material possessions. Despite their wealth, the Caswells continued to live a regular life. They didn't abandon their daily routines or hobbies. Instead, they embraced their usual lifestyle with a new sense of security and freedom. This choice to maintain their regular life, even after winning such a substantial amount, speaks volumes about their character and approach to life. Moreover, Brian and Joan became actively involved in community work. They saw their win not just as a personal gain, but as an opportunity to give back to the community that had been an integral part of their lives. Their involvement in various community projects and charities demonstrates their commitment to using their wealth for the greater good. Alan and Violet Large's story is a remarkable example of selflessness and humility in the face of a life-altering lottery win. In 2010, this elderly couple from Nova Scotia, Canada, won a staggering $11.2 million in the lottery. However, their response to this sudden wealth was anything but typical. Upon receiving their windfall, Alan and Violet made a decision that stunned many. They chose to donate the vast majority of their winnings to charity. Their generosity extended to a wide range of causes, including hospitals, fire departments, and churches in their community, as well as organizations dedicated to cancer research and other charitable endeavors. This act of giving wasn't a mere gesture. It was a profound expression of their values and a reflection of their lifelong commitment to helping others. The Large's decision to donate their fortune was also influenced by their perspective on life and happiness. They believed that their happiness and well-being were not tied to the accumulation of wealth. For them, the joy of life came from the relationships they had and the community they were part of, not from the size of their bank account. Despite becoming millionaires overnight, Alan and Violet continued to live in their old house and maintained their pre-lottery lifestyle. They saw no need to move to a bigger house or indulge in luxury items. Their home was filled with memories and comfort, something that no amount of money could replace. This choice to stick to their familiar life, even after winning such a significant amount, is a testament to their grounded nature. Their lifestyle post-lottery win remained as modest as it had always been. They didn't seek the spotlight or change their daily routines. Instead, they found contentment in the simplicity of their life, cherishing each day as it came. Bob Erb's story is not just about a man who won a lottery, it's about a man who used his fortune to drive change and make a difference. In 2012, Erb, a resident of Terrace, British Columbia, won a staggering $25 million in the lottery. However, what sets him apart is not the amount he won, but how he chose to use it. Erb, a longtime advocate for marijuana legalization, saw his lottery win as an opportunity to further support this cause. He generously funded campaigns and initiatives aimed at changing the legal status of marijuana, demonstrating a commitment to his beliefs that went far beyond mere words. His contributions played a significant role in the advocacy and eventual legalization of cannabis in Canada. But his philanthropy doesn't stop there. Erb also donated significant amounts to various charitable causes. He supported local community projects, helped individuals in need, and contributed to numerous charitable organizations. His generosity extended to random acts of kindness, such as leaving large tips at restaurants and financially assisting strangers he met in his daily life. Despite his newfound wealth, Erb's lifestyle remained remarkably simple. He continued to live in his modest home and maintained a lifestyle that was far from the extravagant lives often associated with lottery winners. His focus was not on luxury or material possessions, but on using his wealth to support causes he was passionate about. Herb's advocacy for social causes is a significant part of his life post-lottery win. He's been vocal and active in various social and political issues, using his platform and resources to influence change. His approach to wealth is grounded in a belief that money should be used to improve the world, not just one's own life. Mark Brudenell's story is a testament to the power of modesty and wise decision-making, even in the face of life-changing wealth. In 1997, Brudenell, a chemical tanker driver from the UK, won a substantial £916,915 in the lottery. However, unlike many who might be tempted by a sudden influx of wealth, Brudenell's approach to his fortune was marked by prudence and a commitment to his regular life. One of the first steps Brudenell took after his win was to invest in a new home. This decision was not about lavishness or extravagance. Rather, it was a practical move, a sensible investment in his and his family's future. He didn't rush into buying a mansion or a fleet of luxury cars. Instead, he chose a comfortable home that suited his needs, demonstrating a level-headed approach to his newfound wealth. Despite the win, Brudenell didn't give up his job. He continued to work as a chemical tanker driver, a decision that speaks volumes about his work ethic and his attachment to a sense of normalcy. This choice to keep working, despite having enough money to retire comfortably, highlights a grounded perspective on life and wealth. It's a reminder that money doesn't necessarily change who we are or what we value. Brudenell's spending habits post-lottery win were equally judicious. He didn't embark on a spree of extravagant purchases. Instead, he focused on wise investments, ensuring that his lottery win would be a boon not just for the moment but for the future as well. This foresight and financial acumen meant that his lottery win was a blessing that didn't turn into a curse, as it unfortunately does for some. Ray Ragg's story is a heartwarming example of generosity and humility in the face of extraordinary fortune. In 2000, Ragg and his wife won a staggering £7.6 million in the lottery, a sum that could easily have transformed their lifestyle into one of opulence and luxury. However, the Raggs chose a different path, one marked by kindness, community spirit, and a steadfast commitment to their roots. Upon receiving their windfall, Ray and his wife didn't rush to the nearest luxury car dealership or start hunting for a mansion. Instead, they focused their attention on helping others. They donated significant amounts to numerous charities, demonstrating a deep sense of social responsibility and a desire to give back to the community. Their generosity extended to various causes, from supporting local hospitals to funding life-changing operations for children, showcasing their broad concern for societal welfare. The Raggs also remembered their family and friends, sharing their good fortune with those closest to them. This act of kindness wasn't about showing off their wealth, but about sharing their joy and helping improve the lives of their loved ones. It's a testament to their character and their understanding that true happiness often comes from helping others. Despite their immense wealth, Ray and his wife maintained a modest lifestyle. They continued living in their community, staying true to their roots and the life they had known before the lottery win. This decision to remain in their community rather than moving to a more affluent area reflects their down-to-earth nature and their commitment to a life not defined by material possessions. In these remarkable stories of lottery winners, we've seen a common thread of humility, charity, and a grounded approach to life, despite their immense wealth. These individuals teach us that staying true to one's values and roots and using wealth to make a positive impact is perhaps the richest way to live.